Hey everyone, welcome back to The Explainer. I'm so thrilled you're hanging out with us today because, honestly, we're tackling something that literally impacts every single one of us. We're talking about your heart. Think of this as your quick, absolutely essential guide to saving it. We're going to break down the hidden stuff, damaging your cardiovascular system right now, and, more importantly, what you can actually do to stop it in its tracks. Okay, let's dive into this.
Number one, it sounds so simple, right? But the reality is just staggering. Heart disease is the #1 killer worldwide. Across the entire globe, above literally every other health concern out there, this takes the top spot. But wait, here is the most crucial and honestly the most hopeful piece of information we have today. Almost all of it is completely preventable. For the vast majority of us, it's not just a roll of the genetic dice. It's about our everyday choices, our habits, and just knowing what to look out for.
Now, to actually prevent it, we have to demystify what heart disease physically is. People hear heart disease and kind of assume it's just one specific condition, but it's really an umbrella term. It's anything that messes with how your heart pumps or how blood flows. The most common one we see, coronary artery disease. So think about the plumbing in your house. Over time, gunk builds up in those pipes, right? Well, in your body, that buildup is called plaque, which is basically this sticky mix of fat, cholesterol, and calcium. When that gunk builds up inside your arteries, it physically restricts your blood flow. Your heart literally has to work overtime, pumping way harder just to get blood where it needs to go.
So, moving into our main section here, 7 everyday heart threats. Let's break down the everyday habits causing this damage.
Threat number 1, smoking. Look, we all know smoking wrecks our lungs, sure, but look at the physical, step-by-step impact it has on your arteries. Step 1, it directly damages the delicate lining of your blood vessels. It creates these microscopic rough patches on what should be smooth walls. Because of that damage, we hit step 2. It makes it incredibly easy for that fatty plaque we just talked about to get stuck. It's literally like turning a nonstick pan into sandpaper. And, as if that wasn't bad enough, step 3, it tanks your good cholesterol at the exact same time. It's basically a perfect storm for your cardiovascular system. Moving on to threat number 2, let's take a peek into our pantries. We're talking trans fats and processed foods. Guys, this is a massive double hit. Consuming these specific fats doesn't just spike your bad cholesterol, it simultaneously drags down your good cholesterol. And the crazy part, most people don't even realize they're taking this double hit with almost every packaged snack they grab. You think, oh, I'm just having a quick, convenient bite. But inside, your entire cholesterol balance is being completely thrown out of whack.
Now, threat number 3 is one I'm pretty sure we can all relate to: chronic stress. And the formula is super simple. Long-term stress equals elevated cortisol, which equals an overworked heart. When you're constantly stressed out, your body keeps pumping out cortisol. That's your primary stress hormone. And keeping that elevated continuously drives up your blood pressure and your resting heart rate. Your heart is essentially working a double shift every single day with 0 breaks. It's exactly like sitting in your driveway with your car in park, just revving the engine for hours on end. Eventually, something's going to give.
Threat number 4 is all about the number 8, or really 8+. If you're sitting down for 8 or more hours a day, well, you're living a sedentary lifestyle. Now, people usually think sitting all day is bad just because, it might make you gain a few pounds. But it goes way deeper than that. Sitting for that long physically slows down your circulation and actually weakens the heart muscle itself. It's not just about your waistline. It is fundamentally about how hard your heart struggles to pump blood when your body isn't actively moving. Threat number 5 is another critical number to keep an eye on: under 6. We're talking about getting less than 6 hours of sleep on a regular basis. Look, when you consistently shortchange your sleep, your heart completely misses its most critical recovery window. The data is super clear on this. It links that lack of sleep directly to higher blood pressure and widespread inflammation throughout your entire body. I mean, your heart beats tirelessly for you all day long. If you don't give it those crucial nighttime hours to rest and repair, the strain just becomes immense.
Let's look at threat number 6. Hidden salt. We know too much sodium makes your body hold on to water, right? And that extra water volume pushes harder against your blood vessel walls, which means, you guessed it, higher blood pressure. But here is the really fascinating takeaway. We call it hidden salt because the vast majority of your sodium intake isn't actually coming from you shaking the salt shaker over your dinner plate. It is quietly hiding inside processed and restaurant foods. You probably don't even taste it as being super salty, but trust me, your heart definitely feels the pressure.
And finally, threat number 7. Skipping your checkups. There's a saying in medicine: high cholesterol and high blood pressure have almost no symptoms until it's serious. That is exactly why they are called silent killers. You could literally be walking around right now experiencing half the threats we just covered: high cortisol, high blood pressure, plaque building up, and feel absolutely 100% normal. Getting a regular screening is literally the only way to catch these invisible issues early, way before they decide to announce themselves with a major medical emergency.
Which brings us to Section 2, reversing the damage. It's time to take control.
Okay, after running through all those threats, it can feel a little heavy, right? But what's absolutely incredible here is that most of this damage is completely reversible if you catch it early enough. You are not locked into a bad outcome just because you've slipped up on a few habits in the past. So here's your quick, actionable checklist to fix it. First, get moving. Just aim for at least 30 minutes of movement every day. It doesn't have to be a crazy marathon. Literally just walk the dog or take the stairs to get that circulation going. Second, cut back on those processed and highly salted foods where those hidden threats love to lurk. Third, manage your stress. And I love this part. Just do whatever actually works for you. Maybe it's walking, maybe it's deep breathing, maybe it's journaling. Just find your outlet. And lastly, please get a basic lipid profile and a blood pressure check at least once a year, even if you feel completely fine. That is exactly how you take back control.
Which brings us to perhaps the most important question of this entire explainer. Where do you stand? Honestly, take a quick second right now to reflect on those 7 everyday threats. How many hours a day are you sitting at a desk? Are you actually checking those nutrition labels for hidden sodium? Are you really giving your heart its full recovery window at night? Because remember, your heart doesn't send out loud warning signs until it's often too late.
But here's the good news. A super simple checkup can tell you exactly where you stand today. Please don't wait for a symptom that might never come. Go ahead and book your heart health screening today over at lifinhealth. We've actually put the link right down in the description below to make it super easy for you. Take that very first step toward reversing the damage. And hey, if this explainer helped clarify some things for you and made you feel a bit more empowered to take charge of your health, make sure to hit that subscribe button. We've got way more deep dive health explainers coming your way. Thanks so much for hanging out and learning with me today. And seriously, take care of that heart.